All right. Please introduce yourself and who you're representing, and go ahead and begin.
Mike Doyle, American Legion Post 88.
Lori Lowe, American Legion Post 88, Adjutant.
Okay. Tell us what your ask is and what you've been doing and what's going on.
Well, our ask is for you to please continue the $1,200 that you give us every year. We did send a list of all of what we've been doing. Do you need me to just hit a couple highlights? Or?
Some of the positives and any of the concerns that you have.
Okay, our positives, we sponsor Boy Scout Troop 88. We also sponsor the Sobanco Museum for allowing us to store our rifles and ammunition there, because that's the only place in town that has a double lock security that we can do that at. We do sponsor a young man to go to Boy State every year, American Legion Boy State. We provide a Veterans Day dinner for all the veterans and their families in South County. We conduct disposal ceremonies of worn flags on Flag Day. We put flags on all the veterans' graves in both McCammon and Lava for Memorial Day. Boy, there's just a whole lot of things that we do. We do have a listed membership of 24. Unfortunately, most of those, I can say gentlemen, aren't able to help us. So most of our projects, there's about 8 of us that do all of the projects out of the 24 members that we have.
Troop 88.
Correct.
How many people are in a Boy Scout troop?
We have, the last time that we counted, we had 6.
6?
And then I heard rumor that we had maybe 2 more that might be joining. And just to put it in context, there used to be 450 in the district. There's 6 that are in Scouts.
Okay.
South of Ingham and South.
Ingham and South.
Right.
Yeah.
All the way to Millette. Well, no, all the way to Swan Lake, Lava.
Marsh Valley School District.
Marsh Valley School District, yeah, good way to say that.
Yeah. We do also sponsor American Legion Baseball. They have their team that we help sponsor.
Okay.
So.
And so we had Downey's in here just a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Your activities and your events, would you please let Christy in our office know when things are going on?
Absolutely.
I don't know if you had anything yesterday, but there was 2 different groups that had things yesterday that we had no knowledge of.
Oh,
And it's tough to support them if we
right.
have something going on. I mean, your breakfast or anything else that's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Contact you directly, because we, advertise on Facebook and all.
Yeah. Christy we have a monthly, or a Monday morning staff meeting. She informs us things that are going on, and if it doesn't go on our calendars,
Okay.
we don't pay
Right.
attention, honestly.
Okay.
There's so many things going
Do you want
on.
to know every little thing? I mean, do you want to just know the breakfast or the fact that we went over to Chesterfield and did a memorial
No,
service
not-
over there?
Something that you think that the commissioners or an elected official
Okay.
could come and represent our position,
Okay.
to say that we're interested in.
So you don't want to help us with flag pickup tonight, huh? No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
but it
There's
just,
only 400 of them.
Yeah, we only put up 400 flags. Yeah.
well, that's good, and thank you
Yeah.
for doing that.
You're welcome.
But it's just, I know, I see here you have, a few breakfasts, you have a few things go
Dinners.
on, and
You bet.
we usually hear about it the day after or something, and somebody said, well, I didn't see you there. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry, but I didn't know
Yeah.
about it either, so.
Didn't know.
Yeah, it just, if you'd contact our office on some of them things, as you look over your calendars, and
Absolutely.
we'd appreciate that.
I'll put that on my,
And $1,200 is the same ask that you've had,
yes, please.
okay? Jeff, anything?
Nope.
John? Nope. All right. Well,
Thank you.
We'll talk to the senior center then.
All right, well, I'm going to stay here then.
Thanks, all warmed up.
Do you want this in the middle of us, or?
No, what?
Okay.
Just introduce everybody and.
I'm Martha Faye Freimeyer. I'm the chairman of the board for the Lava Senior Center.
And I'm Lori Lowe. I am the financial administrator for the Lava Senior Center.
And I'm Alice Egley. I'm the new director of the Senior Center.
Welcome. All right. We don't have a, we do. We have a senior center annual report. So
Yes.
let's do the same thing. What's the highlights? What's going on, and what's your ask?
Well, we're really excited because we have worked very hard, and as we gave you our numbers from April to April, and as you can see, the number of people we are serving has greatly increased, especially in the home delivered meals. We were doing 9 a day. This year we're doing 19 a day average, and so that
And you
is
say a day, is that every day of the week or
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Okay, thank you.
And our congregate meal has, slowly, it's about the same, but it's kind of, depends on the day, especially in the summer. In the Friday, in the summer, nobody comes because they don't want to deal with the tourists.
Yeah.
It's a fact of our life.
But we get tourists.
But we get tourists,
Yeah.
and yeah, tourists do come.
Yes.
We have really increased our outreach to the community in many ways. And one of them is we've had this fit and fall proof class that we have a 92-year-old lady that comes. And, a lot of just really outreach to people that need that physical activity. And that has been consistent for more than a year. And we do provide a monthly newsletter that has a lot of information for our seniors, and we're reaching out to have more activities of educational nature. We've had and I didn't put this on the list, but we've had ISU students come and do health checkups, checking your feet, checking your blood pressure, all that stuff that they do. And it's good for the ISU kids, and it's really good for our people. We've had speakers from the Area Agency on Aging come and talk to us about how we have a lot of people giving care for their parents, and so they need that nurturing, and that connection has been really good. And then our fitness center right now, we're trying to renew it. It's 20 years old, and some of the equipment feels like it's 20 years old. And so we're trying to really renew that for our local people. And also tourists come, $5 a day, you can't beat that. And so we're trying to renew that. We've had a lot of interest in doing things. We're trying to be the center, not just the senior center, but the center of all things, So we have done craft fairs. We did an art show that was a great success, local artists only, and they were very thrilled to be recognized, and it was well attended. And I think one of our favorite things was our Christmas at the center. We had over 100 people, 125 people, kids, grandparents, everybody was there. The little kid sat on set, who was Mike Doyle, by the way. And so we're trying to create community so that there's support for the seniors, because the community will eventually age, and we want to be there for them, for the next generation.
I do want to add that we don't only service Lava Hot Springs, we service McCammon also,
Yes.
and outside of McCammon. So we cover a pretty good range with our meal delivery. So if they can't drive, they qualify. So.
Mhm.
So talking about your service area and stuff, does Lava and McCammon contribute to the center
As far as,
financially?
they do.
The city of Lava does.
Yes. They, our water is free. We don't
Which
have to
could be
pay
a
our
big
water
bill.
bill.
Oh, yeah.
For that big building.
So that's how they contribute to us. So McCammon, I've been talking to the mayor a little bit, but I believe they're going to try to start their own community center once their
Fire
building
thing
gets
is
done.
done.
Yeah.
Well, her and Brad were in the advertisement for the hot pools.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta get the mayor there.
And actually, one of Carlene's mom is one of our deliveries also, so.
Okay. Okay. And
I-
what's your ask?
We, right now, you're giving us $15,000 a year, and we'd like to continue that.
And is it 15,000 or 14,500?
14.5, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. And I'm the financial person. Yeah. And I know looking at our numbers, it looks like we made a profit last year, but it was because we had lost our cook and our director at the same time. And
So there was a
so
savings.
there was 3 of us that came in for 3 months and did all the cooking and everything.
All the
So-
volunteering.
All the volunteering, so we didn't have to pay anyone for those 3 months. That's why it looks a little off, so,
Okay.
We are definitely not for profit.
yeah.
You guys are basically doing one meal a day, the day that you do the meal. How many days a week do you do the meals?
3 days, but we do have a couple of clients that we do deliver 2 meals to them. One of them is frozen, so they can have it the next day. And so like yesterday, since we weren't open yesterday, on Friday, we delivered frozen meals to all of the clients.
And do you happen to know what is your average cost per meal?
It runs right under $2 average.
For the food.
For the food, yeah, that's not.
That doesn't
yeah.
count the cook cost and the
Right.
utilities and.
We have asked our cook to keep her prices below $3 per meal, and she's fabulous. And she is so creative. And so some meals cost below $2, some meals cost maybe just a little above $3, but on the average, they're right around $2.25, somewhere right in there.
And she gets rave reviews.
Yes, yeah, so.
Yeah, last time I was out there, I think they had some kind of taco meal or something.
Yeah, I remember
Like
that.
that.
Yeah.
And
she's
and
a-
so was that a typical meal
Yeah.
that you guys serve?
Yes, we
Yeah.
serve the entree, always a fruit, a vegetable, salad, and dessert.
Mhm.
So, and
So you're getting all that for under $3?
yes.
That's pretty good. And do you ask the seniors to contribute to the meals?
We do. We ask the home delivery if they can afford it for $3 a meal, because that kind of helps offset some of our costs. And then the congregate, the people that come in and eat, we ask for a $5 donation. But if they can't, we don't keep track of it, you know.
So nobody's required. If
No.
someone comes in and wants a meal, they get a meal if they're
Yes.
able to contribute.
Exactly, especially, well, if they're over 60 or over if they come in.
Right, right.
Yeah, we're not required, yeah.
And then they play cheer volleyball.
We played chair volleyball on Friday.
Right, okay. Great, thanks.
So another, because on Mondays and Wednesdays, we have fit and fall, so.
Right, right.
Yeah, try to keep everyone there and moving, so, yeah.
Nope, I'm happy.
So the delivery,
Yes.
who delivers the meals?
We have a driver that's kind of an assistant aide, and she also delivers. And we pay her mileage also beside
So
a
she's
wage.
taking their own vehicle
Yes,
and going to McCammon?
yes,
Okay.
yes. But insurance, we cover, or we have to require she has certain insurance and everything, so, which she does.
Okay. And like I say, we're just getting started on our budget. We'll review everything, and as soon as we know, we'll let you know.
Well, thank you.
And we would invite you to come for a meal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
Todd was there, it was great, yeah.
Any-
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I won't even
11 to
comment on
12:30.
that.
I didn't say he was great. I said
I'm
it was
being
great.
nice today.
Well,
I mean,
the last group here, when they said, what do you want to be invited to? And he mentioned breakfast. I said, yes, all the breakfast invitations.
Yeah, all the breakfast, and we
Right.
do one dinner. Okay, yes, so.
And what time do you serve your mints?
We serve about 11:30 till 12:30, which I know for some of us is kind of early, but yeah. But some of us take it home, yeah, so.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks
Thank
for all
you.
you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry. I was gonna be nice today. I just couldn't resist.
I think that levity is great. I'm all for it. If I can be known as the guy that gets the breakfast invitation, maybe they'll send me more of them.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, huh?
That's right, that's right.
Hello, welcome.
All right. I'm glad we came early.
So are we.
Are we your last one before lunch, or?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it worked out
you're
really
holding
good.
us up from lunch, Skylar.
I
so-
know. Well, we don't want to get in the way of that, so.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us some of the pros and cons and what your ask is.
Okay. Well, Skylar Beebe, I'm with the City of Pocatello, the Public Transit Department, better known as Pocatello Regional Transit. And of course, we serve Southeast Idaho, the 7 counties within Southeast Idaho.
My name is Lori Keys, and I am with the Southeast Idaho Council of Governments. I am the mobility manager for the PRT, so I do the education and outreach, marketing, travel training, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and of course, I always invite, you probably remember Tara was, I think, the first one, or Molly Swallow. I think she was the first one that came, and then Tara, and then now we have Lori. And I always invite them to come just because they do a lot of the travel training, like she was mentioning in our program. So those who need extra help with understanding how to ride and what's available to them and so forth. So my assumption is you got the stuff that we sent you as far as the request for the documentation. And so maybe I'll just start with the first one here. I guess maybe, is there any questions on the services that we provide? Okay, so ridership, I put our fiscal years, I went ahead and just bumped this back to 21 just to kind of give you a better overview of what the ridership has been. So overall annual ridership for the fiscal year, and of course we're the same with the federal fiscal year, October through September. You can see in 21 we had almost 2,500 boardings, 22 we had just shy of 3,000 boardings, and then just over 2,800 boardings in fiscal year 23. Our ridership system-wide is always traditional, a little up and a little down depending on the year, and no rhyme or reason. It's just that's how our ridership's always been. So the column before that, or the section before that, I just kind of put the year-to-date ridership in to give you an idea that our ridership is definitely up. And our ridership's been up across the board in our system, and so it's not, it wasn't a surprise, I guess, to see the ridership up in Bannock County. As far as our ask, we're not asking any different. The county's always contributed just over 10,300, and we're asking for the same amount, and so no changes as far as the contribution goes.
How'd we get 300 in there?
I don't know, actually. I pondered that. I think I ponder that every time to go, I don't know where the 300 came from.
Blame that on Dave Hunt. Huh?
That's right. We'll blame Dave
Okay.
for that. But yeah, unless there's any questions, you know, as you can see, our ridership's been pretty steady in rural Bannock County and throughout that. You know, the contribution that the county gives, just to maybe give you a little more insight, it counts as match towards our grants. So for the 10,000 that the county contributes, that turns into 20,000 with the grants that we're able to pull from that match requirement. And in Bannock County here, you can see for fiscal year 23, we were just over $44,000 of cost that it costs to operate the service. So, and so the remainder of that match comes from Medicaid transportation that we provide, some of the fares, which is very little, but we try to keep it very affordable for those that are riding. Senior transportation you may recall that those seniors who are 60 and older can ride our service fare free. It's because of area aging, and so it's a suggested donation for seniors who want to ride anywhere within the county or really our system service-wide. And so, again, we haven't raised fares for a number of years, and that's on purpose because we're trying to keep it as affordable as we can for the general public. And ultimately, fares don't really help us in the long run the way it works with our grant funding.
So you go out to Lava still?
Yeah, we actually, so we go through McCammon, Lava, almost every day on our way to back and forth from Soda Springs and so forth. We have some that ride occasionally on Lava. I can't remember the last one we had in McCammon. We do have one on occasion that will ride in McCammon there. We have some in Ingham. So, yeah, ridership a little bit everywhere.
And then you used to go to Franklin County or be in Franklin County?
Yeah,
Or
so
you
we
still-
actually have 4 routes that are in Franklin County. We have a commuter service that goes from Preston down to Logan. That's a daily, midday route that we do. But those services are local and stay there.
But we don't hit anything in Downey then?
No, unless we have a call. We had looked at, so we have a service that's in Malad that we used to do twice a month, the first and third Mondays. It's a shopping route essentially. That we open it up. I mean, our service is available to anyone in Downey, but on those days, if anyone wanted to jump on that bus on the way to Pocatello for shopping days, they're welcome to do that. We've done it on occasion too when we've had our Soda Springs shopping day, which is usually once a month. But we haven't really had any requests from Downey itself in some time now. So.
Okay.
How are you marketing to the rural communities that you're available?
You know, a lot of that is done through, like we just recently went out to the Lava Senior Center, did a presentation there. We work with the cities, you know, of course the county here, but the cities have our brochures, the Senior Center has the brochure. Used to work with the Downey Senior Center, but that doesn't exist anymore, so that doesn't work out too well for us now. But of course we have our social media, our website, and so forth. And that's what Molly does, or sorry, Lori. Yeah, I'm gonna get this right here. Lori is kind of, that's what we have contracted with Lori to do, is to go out and do outreach for, you know, those community members that are throughout our service.
So are you seeing a growth in the Bannock County ridership as much as you are in the Pocatello ridership, or are both numbers kind of staying?
Yeah, that, it's pretty similar as far as across the board, the ridership that's up from last year. And like I said, next year it might dip a little bit, and then it goes up and it's all over. But yeah, we are seeing an uptick with the ridership in Bannock County, but it's also system-wide that we're seeing that.
Okay.
So you might talk with Melissa Hartman also.
Oh, yeah.
She goes down to Downey, is it weekly? I think weekly.
Yep.
And meets with the veterans and stuff.
Oh,
So if you had a brochure or something that she could pass out also,
Yeah.
that
And I
they
worked
may
a
be
lot
some
with
that,
her.
that need some assistance in that area.
Yeah, we worked a lot with Melissa, and she's usually a pretty good advocate for us. And you know, Maury Byington, you know, we have a human,
human resource meeting type thing.
human services transportation meeting. I'll just go with that. But Melissa's on that as well, and so, yeah,
Okay.
she's a great resource.
Yeah, I just know that she started going to the different towns down there,
Yeah.
trying to meet with veterans, and any resource that we could be for them
Mm-hmm.
would be a good deal also.
Yeah, and I know that's one thing that's, for us, it's hard sometimes because I know there's the need out there, and it's just trying to identify those needs. And so those like Melissa are great resources for us.
For sure. Also, for our third year, we have our summer youth passes for the kids for the summer. They can ride any fixed route for free during the summer. So they can go to the library, go to the pool. They just have to grab a pass from one of our sponsored locations.
Yeah.
Well, we see the buses going everywhere.
We keep the road hot.
How many miles you go a year?
Last year, our total miles were just over 700,000 miles system-wide, so it's a lot.
That's a lot of miles. A lot of miles.
Yes.
Any questions for us?
I don't think so, other than just if there's any needs that you're aware of that we don't know about or need to know about, as far as transportation goes and so forth.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming and seeing us.
Thanks.
We're just starting our budget questions and answers too, and so
Okay.
we'll
Well,
give you an
thank you.
answer when we get an answer.
Well, and we've always appreciated the contribution from the county. It's definitely allows us to stay afloat, if you will, in the rural program and to serve those who are in need of that. So thank you for your rate.